Welcome back to the unofficial English tutorial of Live2D Cubism. Now today we got great news because currently what you're seeing right here, maybe you don't notice, but it's actually Live2D Modeler Cubism 2.1 and it just came out 4 days ago. We've been using 2.0 and 2.1. There's been around 9 major features introduced, completely new, they're useful, and I'm not going to talk all about it, but I'm going to spend this episode talking at least the one specific one that I need to update you on because it concerns how you do the eyes, the eye animation. So it came out 4 days ago. If you missed the news and you don't want to miss any of these important news, what you can do is follow me on Tumblr because I have just opened a new Tumblr account and here we are. You can see that I do post about new stuff, informations, and maybe I'll share some, maybe I can start a community or discussion about certain parts, and maybe you can share your work to me through Tumblr. You can use it any way you want, but this is for everyone. All right, so I'm gonna put the link in the description below. So if you feel like it, you can follow me there, and I'll keep you guys posted on the latest news and whatever I want to share that I cannot make a video in time to talk about it. All right. So that aside, how do you get the new Cubism? All right. So go to live2d.com, and most likely you'll end up first at the Japanese version. Now again, click on English to get to the English one, and then click on Enter Site. And first thing you'll notice is this cute new official demonstration. It looks amazing, it's impressive, and it's almost beyond what we thought it actually can do for us. But look at it. It is still using the basics of it. If you finish my tutorial, you can probably do the exact same thing. It's not anything advanced. It's really those few basics methods and applying to some creative ways of using it. So you can do it too. You can have your own new methods, and as we have more stuff introduced in Live2D, we can probably go further and further beyond what we can imagine right now. So if you got here, you want it right away, click here, download the free version. Now it's going to ask you about your whether you're individual or business, and then it's going to ask you for email and all that. It's fine. I did it anyways. And then you're gonna download it. The first time I got it, somehow I got the Japanese version, and it didn't show up. Like it showed up gibberish on my Windows. But if you got that, try to come back and try it again, because the second time I tried it, it got me the English one, and that probably would be much more helpful if you can't read Japanese or can't read, your computer can't read Japanese. So here we are. We can see all the main features listed. Quick menu improvement, deform selected polygon vertices, reset modified polygons. You can read all of them here. You can even click on each of them and watch a video about it in English. All right, so these are very helpful. So because these are here, so I'm not going to talk about every single one of them. Most of them are useful in a sense that it makes some of the previous unfriendly, like user unfriendly things to become user friendly. And as I proceed in my future tutorials, I can probably talk about those when we get there, mention about those when we get there. However, there's one particular thing that there's one particular feature that I need to share about because it's concerned about the eyes. All right, so how are we doing with the eyes? I don't know about you, because some of you are working on your own project. Some of you are already past the eye. Some of you are maybe working or almost reaching the eye. So what have we been talking up to this point? So let's revise again. And here we are. We have the eye. As you can see, there are already a lot of materials because there are 6 of them are the eyelashes, and there are another extra 4 is the upper piece and lower piece of the eye cover. Because if you don't have these cover, I would turn these cover off. And I'm going to turn the bangs off so you can see what I'm talking about. Bangs. If you turn these cover off, you will see extra parts come out, and it's more obvious when you have your eyes closed or transform in all kinds of ways. Is that they don't they don't follow. They don't. They basically pop out of the boundary, and these are the functions of the eyelids. When you move around the perimeter, the eyelid follows the eyelash and covers up the extra part, making it look sensible. And that has been the function. That has been how we've been doing the eye part. But now Live2D has a new function. It's called declipping. And if you know what clipping mask is, you can probably skip ahead because that's about what I'm going to tell you in this episode. The important news is that there's a clipping method, and that means you don't need those eye covers at all. You can just make a bottom piece that becomes the base layer, and anything above clip to it, and so you have your boundary controlled by the bottom layer, whereas the shape, the proportion of the inner content will remain unchanged, and that's what you want, because unless it's not what you want, but most people, that's what you want for the eyes. All right, so I think I have this set up ready. Let me double check the iris, the eyeball, and the right iris. So as you can see here, I selected the right iris, and it says here, clip ID. This is a new thing. If you don't see this, or it's grayed out that you can't use, it's because you need to select this. All right. Here's a button where you click on which SDK do you want. When I first entered this software, this 2.1, it actually the default sets as 2.0. So I have to manually change it to 2.1 in order to use it. What difference now, once you have that clipped, so DPSD 0.06 is basically the eye white at the back, all right? It shouldn't be in practice, but I'm just gonna explain it for now. What it means is that when this pink piece is clipped to the eye white piece, the purple will not leave the eye white. Now that's because of eye covers, right? You may say, let's turn off the eye covers and have a look. All right, turn off the eye covers, and you can see the whole eye white piece. And let's go back to the iris and move it around. Like I said, it does not go beyond the boundary of eye white. So that's what I'm talking about. If once you got a clipping mask done, you can save the workload from handling all those vertices from the 4 eye covers, and that is the important message I want to update you today. I think that should get you through. I can explain a little bit more about what clipping is in case you haven't heard about it. Otherwise, this is what the episode is all about. And yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and continue and move on with the next episode, just to save time. If you have trouble understanding clipping, or even searching through the Google and still don't know what it is, if there's enough people, then I will make a video to talk about it. But anyhow, I assume that most of you are probably familiar with it. So cool. So I'm not gonna redo the eye for this project, but I'm guessing that if you haven't done your eyepiece yet, you can already figure out how to do it in a new method. One last thing before I go. This regards the question asked by Black Drone on YouTube, who left a comment in one of the videos, asking if there's a way to do dynamic, what we call dynamic shadowing for perhaps the hair, something like that. What we're saying is that how about let's have this piece, the darker orange, as a separate layer, and can we have some layer effect applied to the lower parts, to the bottom layers, the same way that we work in Photoshop, or I think Manga Studio, and also Sci Paint tool. Regarding that, no, we cannot have layer applied to it. But if you have in the middle of discussion, I mentioned, I forget that I mentioned that there's a problem with double layer shadings, is that previously, without the clipping method, now shades may go beyond the boundary when the character moves around in different angles, body angle, head tilting, and who knows what's going to happen. Maybe the physics engine, something, it's going to make the shadow break out of boundary. Maybe the orange shadow may cut into the face skin layer, so that why would an orange shade appear on the face, or it might go out of boundary and show up in the background. So these are all the problems with double layer shadowing. However, with the new clipping method, obviously that it came just right in time to save us, is that there's no problem, because if you have this orange shade at the front layer and you clip to the bottom one, the main hair layer, then there's not going to be a problem of breaking out of boundary. So just want to bring that up in the right episode. Anyhow, that's all I'm going to talk about today, and I'll see you guys next episode. I will be talking about Animator.